Jerk Block Talk. I'm Jason Fernandez, and we are here at CrossFit Rife, and you can see that this is distracting, right? And that is actually the topic for today's show, right? So the topic for today's show is eliminating distractions while you're giving a course of instruction. Right, so in this environment where we're teaching complex movements, where we want people to be safe, it is important that people are focused on what it is that you have to say and they're paying attention so that they can comprehend that information and move well, okay? And there's some things that you can do to set yourself up for failure just unknowingly, right? So when I give a brief to the class and I'm talking about the workout that we're doing today, this scenario that we see now is entirely different than if I was turned around giving the brief from this direction, and you guys can see some of the distractions that are going on behind me. People are moving around. Same thing would be if I was teaching over here and there's a lot of traffic flow depending on where you're located and where your gym is. If you have a lot of traffic flow where the garage door opens up, that's a distraction whether you like it or not. So keep that stuff in mind when you're teaching. For those of you that have been to the level 1 trainer course, one of the things that you might have noticed when we do some of the active classrooms is that when we break that down and we bring the athlete into the middle, we might place all of you facing a certain direction because we don't want you looking anywhere except what we want you to look at. So we may turn your back to the rest of the class, and we do that on purpose. And it should be the same when you're in your gym giving a course of instruction. So I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds. If you're a coach, and if you can't name like 3 distractions within your gym, like right off the top of your head, then you haven't done a canvas of your gym and what those distractions are, and you're probably not mitigating them the way you should. So for instance, in our gym, there's 3 big distractions that can basically take people's focus away from you. Number 1 is the music. So first things first, turn the music down. When you go to the board to brief, or when you're teaching progressions, talking about the deadlift, whatever it is, turn the music down, okay? It's a distraction, they can't hear you. If you're looking around and you're teaching and everybody's like, what? Like, that's a key for you to scan the room and figure out what that distraction is and then eliminate it, okay? Second thing in our gym is we have that big fan right there. So if you look, that big fan, that thing right there gets pretty loud. So when we come to brief the workout, first 2 things that the coaches does is turn the radio down, turn the fan down so people can be here and they can hear what the hell I have to say. Okay. After that, depending on what time of day it is and what day it is, if you want to look right back here, we have like a full weightlifting team here at CrossFit Rife, like 35 weightlifters. So Tuesdays and Thursdays afternoon and Saturday mornings, like there's no less than 15 guys over there slinging weights, yelling and things of that nature. So you could see how if I was going to give a brief or tell somebody something important, facing this direction would be a terrible idea, okay? So when you go back into the gym, walk around your space, figure out things that are distracting. If somebody was going to be giving you information, look past that and see, like, is there something behind me that is distracting? If it is, figure out how to change the direction or where you face people, or figure out how to eliminate the distraction altogether. Again, they need to be paying attention to what it is that you're saying, because that facilitates your timeline, it facilitates safety, that makes you the person in charge. When you don't take the time to eliminate all distractions and then mandate everybody's focus on you, that's a problem. You're not garnering their respect as a professional, and that should be happening. So again, find out what it is in your gym. We know what it is in our gym, and we really go out of our way to eliminate distractions. And you might not be able to eliminate all of them, but you should be able to eliminate most of them. So take the time, figure out what those distractions are, and then get rid of them when you're giving a course of instruction. Specifically, things like when I'm briefing the workout, and then when I line the class up to teach a movement. For instance, if I was going to teach a progression for a movement, I would be up in this over here, or even better yet, I would move over here to this side of the gym, and I would have everybody facing this direction. I wouldn't have them facing there. I wouldn't have them facing out the door, and I sure as hell wouldn't have them facing that direction, because that's an entry and exit point for people coming and going. People coming in that door all the time. Every time somebody does that, their eyes will divert off of you into that minimal, not important distraction in the background, and they're missing what you're saying, okay? They're missing a really good cue that you have to give. They're missing some important safety topics that you have to talk about for that day. They're missing, you know, what the hell the rep scheme was for the workout, all things that they need to be paying attention to. And if you're not taking the time to eliminate those distractions, that's your fault. So figure out what those are, take the time to figure out how to eliminate them and how you guys can improve the information that you are giving out to those folks so that they're focused solely on you and what you have to say. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like what we're doing here, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.